What is up, PokePeeps and Masters? This is Russ here, PokeRuss here, and we are back for another DBZ Super Deck Profile. I know we missed one last week, but we're back and ready to go. We're going to have a couple changes to the series once the new year comes in. It's going to switch over to Tuesdays. It's going to be slightly different, but I think you're going to like it just the same, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another deck profile coming to the channel. So let's get it on. We have the two most, probably the most it doesn't look like they make sense together, does it? That's what I'm saying. You're seeing what I'm seeing. That's a cooler next to a Vegito. Cooler next to Vegito? Really, Russell? Are you losing your mind, Russell? Is that what you're saying in your head? Well, you're wrong. You are wrong. So, obviously, Vegito does crazy things, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful card, and I have two SPRs, but we're not going to get into that. Cooler is going to support your Vegito in ways other decks can't even imagine. So let's go over Cooler. So Baby Cooler says, once per turn, place the top 3 cards of your deck into your drop area. If there was one or more Frieza clan amongst them, this card gains 500 or 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. You don't care about that 5,000? Never. Not once. You have one Frieza's clan? No, you don't. There's zero Frieza's clan members in the deck. You could put one in, but we have choices in here, and this deck list is kind of tight. You can mess around with the numbers a little bit, but it was actually hard fitting what we needed to in the deck. So he mills. That's what you need. That is what you need for this Vegito deck. And then if he awakens, which you're rarely going to awaken your Frieza in this deck if you're going as aggro as this deck needs to go. He has basically the same effect when he flips over and then you draw one card. Drawing one card might be a little bit dangerous the way this deck goes. So you're milling 3 cards each and every turn. So you're going to get a bunch of Vegetos and Gokus in a discard pile. So we're going to rock this Vegeta here, and I will show you how. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the kind-hearted Sun Gokus. This is pretty standard. I'm going to go over all the Goku cards first, then all the Vegeta cards, and the Vegetos, and go from there, because, again, deck's pretty freaking tight. You have 4 of the Gokus. This is just your turn 1 plus 1. It grabs another Goku. He's a Goku that you can use to Poltara with, and go ham from there. Next, we have 2 of the red ones. I only put the red ones in here. He can't be grabbed by the blue guy because this isn't a Vegito deck. If this was a Vegito leader deck, he could. But since this is not a Vegito leader, we only put 2 of them in here just to up the Goku amount and up the red count. Because I thought the red count was a little bit lower in the deck than it needed to be. This is actually a 3-color deck. I don't know if I mentioned that. 3 colors, red, blue, yellow. There's a little bit yellow because this deck needs to go aggro as hard as it possibly can, and you actually need that yellow to stop your opponent from stopping you. Pretty much another vanilla, as much as you're concerned. I mean, it has critical. Critical's nice. It's going to be doing work. Your opponent's not going to want to handle critical late game. Once you're pushing, critical actually becomes super legit as the game closes up, because your opponent's going to need all the cards they could possibly get at the end of the game. It's going to be absolutely crazy. Getting Goku with critical is super nice. And then to top it all off, we have the Big Bad. You could bump this one up to 4. I only had 3, but you could bump this little guy up to 4. Just pop out one of the other Gokus if you're wanting to play aggro aggressive super like this, because you can go into this on turn 3, evolve it off of a Sun Goku, and just go ham. This card is so beautiful, getting critical and doing this card is I think this is one of the best Gokus they've come out with, period. Easily, hands down. There's a reason why it's a pricey card. Next, we're playing with Vegetas. All these Vegetas are essentially vanilla. You're playing them just because they're Vegetas. And they're red. So I have 3 Ultimate Evil Dark Prince Vegeta. This is your turn 4 Vegeta. Again, needed red, needed Vegeta. Then you have turn 3. You have 4. Turn 3 Double Shot Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Again, don't care about the effect. If you combo and your leader's red, you get to summon this in active mode or in rest mode. Your leader's not red, so essentially another vanilla card. It just has the name Vegeta. And then 2 Assailing Vegetos, just to round this out to a good, like, 9. I only had 3 of the 4-cost ones, too. This deck is really aggro. It's really fun to play, actually. I tested it a couple times. It wasn't bad. Like, when your opponent's not expecting it, this deck hits them so hard. They're just like, Cooler, what you doing with Cooler? Okay, you're playing Blue Goku. Okay, turn 2, you hit that. I'm confused. Oh my god, oh my god. So, this rounds you out to about 9 Vegetas. You have, I think, 11 Gokus. I'm not 100% sure. But this is the main key piece of the deck. This is what your deck circles around, revolves around, everything to that. So you're going aggro. Every turn you're attacking. Not gonna lie, every turn you're going as aggro as possible. Cooler's attacking, milling your 3 cards. You're attacking with, well, you're not attacking with a turn 1 Goku, but you're attacking with a turn 2 1500 Gokus, turn 3 1500 Gokus, turn 3 1500 Vegetas. Even the big guy if you hit that on turn 3. You're just going aggro, so when you drop the Poltara, because you're dropping Poltara in this deck, rocking Poltara in this deck, and when you drop this guy off of Poltara, and then you attack with him, then you mill 10 more cards, and then because of this mill and this mill, you're easily going to have either another one of these to go ham with, or you're going to have one of your big boys. Now he's a triple breaker, and when this card attacks, this card gains plus 5,000 power for each Goku and Vegeta in your drop area. So because you milled all this insane amount of cards here, you're going to be big, fat. It's going to be late game because you forced it into late game super early. This is a triple breaker. This thing is going to get so freaking big. This thing's going to get huge. And your opponents, like, though because you went aggro act early, they'll have a lot of stuff to combo with, but it's going to be so huge. Every card they're comboing with, you essentially have in your discard pile. Like, you just have this huge discard. You milled 10 cards here. If you're hitting this on turn 4, you've milled 12 cards here, and then 10 more cards here. You're almost out of deck, but you're going ham. You're going absolutely bonkers ham. And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I wish there was a way to be like, oh man, Vegito, mill, then do that. But sadly, I don't think there's enough cards in the deck for you to do that. But it's a cool concept. It's a cool idea, cool concept. We're gonna get in the extra cards here. Poltara, Secret of the Kais. This is your main way of getting your Vegetos out a turn earlier than they are. This is you Poltara into them. It's pretty nice. It's super exciting and fun. I love the idea of Poltara. I'm glad they implemented it really fun and thematic way into the card game without making it either broken. Like, I think the way Poltara works is good. I don't think it's overly broken, and I don't think it's like it costs too much. It's not like a fusion where it costs too much for you to go negative with stats and all that kind of stuff. It's #worth. We're running 3 objections. Again, I would run the 4th, but again, really tight deck list. Next, we're running 3 Sensu Beans. Again, I would run 4 of this, but again, super tight deck list. If you want to get those Vegetas and you want to hit Poltara on curve and just go, like, literally, you can hit your opponent with this deck before they know what's happening. It's absolutely insane. I wish there was a nice way to side deck this out so you could go ham turn 1 or game 1 and then side out into like a normal style deck, I'll call it. But this is more of those kind of like one hit. You're going to take this to locals, probably win your locals, but it's probably not going to go to a regionals and do super, super well. But it's a really fun deck. Over January, we're going to be covering a handful of competitive decks. You might see them on other channels as well, but we're going to go over different, because January is a heavy competitive season for the card game. So we're going to be going over a lot of competitive decks, things you can change and why things work against other things. We're also going to be starting up a new series called The Sideboard. The Sideboard will be a new series where me and my team get together. We're going to sit down, chat about the meta, things we think that are going to be good, things that people think are good that we're thinking they're going to phase out, stuff like that. Just basically the livelihood of the meta and how we think it's going to change and affect, and different cards we're kind of thinking under the radar, stuff like that. But we're not done with the deck yet. This is where the yellow comes in. This Battering Laser. I low-key want to bring this up to 4. I might bring it up to 4 and drop one of the next cards, but we're already sitting at 11 yellow. It's a little underwhelming, but you only need 1 yellow mana. The deck runs off of only needing 1 yellow mana. Once that's happened, you're good. So battering lasers is you're going absolutely ham with your Vegitos, you're going aggro, and by the time your opponent knows what's going on, they're going to be too far in the hole. They're going to want to be like, oh man, negate. No, you drop a battering laser, negate it, you're going ham. You're going in, you're going out, you're going home, you're going to call their mother and apologize for what you're about to do to them. So, the other yellow cards in here are obviously we're playing 4 Dodoria, and I apologize for having proxy Dodorias. But right now, somebody's borrowing my Frieza deck, so I don't currently have my Dodorias on me. So I did have 1 Dodoria, so you run 4 Dodorias because you do run the yellow leader. It's kind of necessary. You're gonna charge this more. You're gonna charge one of these more times than not. Not gonna lie, charge one of them just to get off your battering lasers. But this is the last resort as a charge. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. You're gonna obviously want to use these to go ham if possible. And the last card, I chose Pivotal Defense Cyclopean Guard, just because he's super fat. He's super fat. He's a 2/2000, only requires 1 yellow. Like I said, every card in this deck runs off of 1 yellow. If you do not have Big Yeti Star in play, this card can't attack. So this card can't attack, but he's big and fat. He's a turn 2 20,000 blocker. That's fat. You're not going to be able to, you might not be able to you might not be able to 1-turn kill your opponent, but you're definitely going to be able to 2-turn kill them once you get that big Vegito out. The goal is to get that big Vegito out and go to freaking town. So even if it's over 1 turn, over 2 turns, this might buy you an extra turn, or this might buy you an extra turn early game, or it might just be a yellow charge you need. I decided you didn't really need a small blocker, because small blockers don't really do too much, and if you just need that 1 extra turn, this card's gonna buy you. That's a huge number. Absolutely huge number. So that's why I chose this card over, sadly, Cooler doesn't work with Guldo, or I would 100% put Guldo in the deck, because Guldo would be like, okay, you pop Guldo, you tap their blocker, and then you go ham. It'd be more aggressive, but Cooler does say Frieza's clan instead of Frieza's army. So it's kind of sucks there, but that's why we're rocking this one. Again, he's actually a meta Cooler Saga, so he's not Cooler's army, he's not Frieza's clan, he's not Frieza's army. So, but I just thought he was good because he's a big, fat blocker. So that's the deck. That's the crazy deck. I wanted to bring something a little bit different because, again, we're about to go into a heavy meta season, and I kind of wanted to bring one more fun deck to the channel before we go into that. I still might cover. Where's my leader? I still might cover one more fun deck that I really like next week if I can get the cards for it together. It's another Trunks deck. It's the mono blue Trunks deck that actually focuses around this Trunks and the Proud Father combo and doing all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be probably a future deck profile. That's one of my favorite decks to run currently. But we're going to go into that more later. If you guys are hyped for another episode of Deck Tech, which is what the series is going to be called from the future on, if you guys are hyped for another episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss any more Dragon Ball Super card game action. We're going to have some pack openings here soon. All that kind of stuff. I will see you guys in the next episode. Have a great day. PokeRuss out. Peace.